All right, we are on hole 6 here of the tournament now. I'm going to start backing off. I don't want to qualify today, so I'm going to still execute some shots, but I'm just going to try to par out from here on out, and so I get an effort tomorrow to shoot a better number than what I'm going to. So on this one, this has a lot of wind. I'm going to try to just full hook this, to really springboard this. So I'll go end to end, but I'm also going to have to add at least 11 yards for that wind and try to figure out what 11 yards is. I really don't even think that's enough, to be honest with you, so I'm just going to underhook this just a tiny bit. You have to aim so far over there, it's just crazy. And that was relatively decent estimation. So what I do there is, you'll see I use the right side of my bullseye, or left side, and I'll just stack it one on top of the other. So I'll aim the right side in the middle of the fairway, and then I'll move that left side of my bullseye to the right side, and that's more or less where it should be if I want to hit it at that location with a full hook. So anything extra I go from that point usually is to counter that wind. And at 11 down wind plus full ball, you have to go a lot. I would say you have to double what you think it's going to be, basically. So as you can see here, I'm right towards the end, close to this wedge, and I'm going to try to hit a shot that I usually do, which is about one backspin on the claw. But the wind's not going to play as much because it's right towards the shortest this club can go. So one of the things I'll do is I'll check. So you'll see me do this, and that's more for run out than anything. If I can figure out how much that ball's going to run out, and it looks like I just barely underplayed that wind. The reason that I'll point to the side like that is you want to make sure that your shot makes sense. So when you point the arrow straight down or straight up, where is the ball going to hit? You can see that last bounce. It's always going to show you where that last bounce is. Now, the only thing you might have wrong is the magnitude, which is what you just saw mine. But I knew where the third hop was going to be in relation to the hole. So if you play a wind and then you turn it sideways and it doesn't look like where you want the ball to land, you're doing something wrong. So that's one of the reasons that I'll do something like that, is to make sure that my shot makes sense and it actually looks like somewhere I want it to go. Had I had that, when I lined it up, it would have looked like that last bounce was 5 yards in front of the hole, then I wouldn't have executed it like that. So this guy's really helping me out here by not making these shots, because I was really trying to forfeit my score, and he's making it a lot easier by making par here. So when he makes par, I'm allowed to make bogey. Of course, I could always quit out, which I don't want to do, because I wanted to show you guys some shots. So if I quit out, it would do necessarily the exact same thing, which would, if he pars, I'd get bogey.